Hi, so we're finishing up chapter 3 of Mishnah Shabbat, and then we'll move on to chapter 4 next week. So chapter 3, the final Mishnah here, Mishnah number 6, is dealing with muksa. So muksa are things that are not utensils or food, things that are set aside, that don't have a purpose, designated purpose for something that's permissible for Sabbath use, and therefore the rabbis instituted that we don't even move it. That's the category of muksa, and we're dealing with it specifically pertaining to a lamp. Important to know is that also this concept of basis of muksa, the idea of something that is the base or underneath something that is muksa, is also itself not supposed to be moved. Okay, so we'll see now inside. Ein notnin kli tachat haner lekabel bo et hashemen. We may not place a utensil under a lamp to catch the dripping oil. V'im notno mib'od yom, but if he places it while it is still day, so meaning Friday afternoon before Shabbat comes in, mutar. So what does this mean? So this utensil, let's say it's just a bowl of some kind, was a permitted thing before. A bowl has many uses that are permissible in Shabbat. It's not muksa. And now, by putting it to catch the oil from the lamp, you are making it into muksa. So you're not allowed to do that on the Sabbath, to make something into muksa, but they're saying if you did it from before the Sabbath, and that's your intention, that this will be the bowl that is set aside for the purpose of catching this stuff, and then you can do it. It will still be muksa, but it's permissible because you're not turning something into muksa in that moment. Okay, and ve'ein neotin mimenu, and we may not benefit from it. Lefi she'eno min hamuchan. And we may not benefit from it since it is not something prepared for Shabbat use. So the oil that drips from this lamp, we can't then say, I want to use that for anointing or for some kind of food, because it wasn't designated for that purpose. It is muksa at this point, at the point that it's caught, even if it's being caught in a permissible way, because you prepared it beforehand to catch this thing, you still are then not allowed to use it for a different purpose. Okay? Metaltalin ner chadash, aval lo yashan. So we move a new lamp, but not an old one. So this is not a lamp that's currently being used, but this has to do with the idea of muksa machmat mius. So the idea of something is designated as in the category of muksa because it's gross, something repugnant. So you wouldn't say that a used lamp and that oil in it, you're not going to use it for another purpose, and therefore it is muksa. But if it's a new lamp and the oil still can be used for permissible Shabbat purposes, then perhaps it's something that can be moved. Rabbi Shimon Omer, Kol hanerot metaltalin chutz min haner hadolek b'Shabbat. Rabbi Shimon says all lamps may be moved except a lamp burning on the Sabbath. So Rabbi Shimon says whether it's been used before or it's a new lamp, it doesn't matter about whether you can actually use that oil. He says it's fine to move, except if it's actually lit on Shabbat. Then you can't move it because of the things that we said before. Because everything that is underneath that flame, which itself is muksa, becomes muksa too. The oil, the wick, everything. So all muksa if it's actually burning on Shabbat. But if it's Rabbi Shimon thinks that whether or not the oil itself can be used if it weren't burning because it's gross or not is not a relevant category. Okay, notnin kli tachat haner lekabel nitzutzot. So you can place a utensil under a lamp to catch sparks. Velo yiten letocho mayim mipnei shehu mechabe. So we can place a utensil under a lamp to catch sparks because that's not something significant or something that is going to be used for anything or anything with substance really. But you can't place water in that because then you are doing the malacha of extinguishing, mechabe, which is the parallel to lighting is extinguishing. Both are prohibited on Shabbat, so you couldn't do something that was directly going to cause extinguishing. Okay, so that is the end of chapter 3. We just learned a little bit about muksa, and then we'll move on with chapter 4 next week. Wishing everyone a great week.